In February 2022, the war started in Ukraine. The first phase, it's about staying alive and basic safety. Now it is all about how to cope with displacement. Resources are depleted. The impact of stress, of the uncertainty of the situation is pretty grave, and I think this is where HIAS comes in to really shoulder and assist people with their quest to somehow maintain the feeling of agency in order to survive. The two areas we as HIAS are focusing in Romania is economic self-sufficiency and mental health.
When we come here a year ago, all of us thought war will be end. Sometimes. Not today, maybe not tomorrow, but sometimes will end. But today we understand that this period of time will be much more longer.
Поэтому я очень благодарна, что вы есть, что вы заботитесь о нас здесь. Все проблемы, которые у меня есть, они решаются.
There should be global solidarity here because today you are the refugee, tomorrow it's me.